Well, happy Thursday. Let's do a concert. Hello world, my old friend. It's another day. I'm glad to see you again. The sun is up. I'm ready to play. So hello world, what do you say? I think most of you probably know the sign language by now, but let's just go over it in case you don't. Hello. American Sign Language says hello like this. Hello world, you make W's and you spin them. So it's hello world, my old friend. Old is like a beard. If you're an old man, you might have a beard. Friend, this is the best sign of all, isn't it? Look at that. It's another day. For day, you could start the day like this, and then the sun goes, and then it sets. A whole day. It's another day. I'm glad. You know what the sign is for glad? I love this sign. It's like a good feeling coming up from your heart. It's another day. I'm glad to see you. That makes sense, right? To see you again. Again, yeah. Let's try that much. Hello world, my old friend. It's another day. I'm glad to see you again. The sun is up. There's a couple ways. This is not a sign. It's just a motion, but it looks like sun is up. So I do that a lot of times just because it's so much. It just looks like it. The sun is up, but actually the sun is up. The sun is up. I'm ready to play. Another really important sign. So hello world. What do you say? Okay, let's try it. Hello, hello world. My old friend. It's another day. I'm glad to see you again. The sun is up. I'm ready to play. So hello world, what do you say? There are bikes to ride, frogs to find. You know what, let me slow it down so you can make up signs. Make up signs as you go. There are bikes to ride. What would you do for bikes? Frogs to find. How about frogs? Forts to build. Trees to climb. Dolls to dress. Beads to string. Teams to choose. Songs to sing. Hello world. language. Let's try it. So hello world, what do you say? Ha ha ha! Hello world. Oh my goodness. And look at, we got so many people from all over the world this morning. It's so great. Okay. Ooh, Kinga says tomorrow at his kid's school he's going to play Patience. Ooh, nice. Are you going to play it with your guitar, Kinga? Ah, I hope so. Well, CD's fine, but man, if you can play it yourself, that's even better. Okay, Raina Rose says hello in beautiful Minnesota. Susanna is wishing everyone good day. Barbara's saying hello. Terry. Hey, Terry. Yes, it has. Beloit, Wisconsin. Yay. And Yazamin from the UK. And Drew. Oh, my gosh. And Barbara, everybody. Oh, it's so nice to see you all. Okay, so I was thinking, since, I don't know, we were talking about friends these last couple of weeks. And I was just thinking, one of my best friends forever is the world and everybody on it and all the animals and all the plants and the moon up in the sky and the stars. Okay, but we're going to talk right now about places. If you open up an atlas, have you ever opened up an atlas? It's a big book with maps. I have one over here. Where is it? Where is it? Where's my atlas? I don't know. You know, the problem with atlases is they're so big. They're big, you know, and you have to find it won't fit on the bookshelf. Where did I put it? Anyway, it's a book full of maps. And one day I was looking at a world atlas, and I started making a list of all the places in the world I could find that rhymed. Like Bangalore, which is in India, and Baltimore, which is in the United States. And I got the idea. I said, what would happen if I found all the places in the world I could rhyme, and then made them into I don't know, what was it, a poem or something? And then my late wife, Kathy, she helped me put it together into something that actually turned into a piece. So it goes like this. These are places in the world. Oh, you need to say, whenever I say these are places in the world, you go like this. Ch, ch. Can you do that? Let's try it. These are places in the world. Ch, ch. Some you know, some you don't. Some you'll visit, and some you won't. Some are near, and some are far. Some sound exotic like Zanzibar, because these are places in the world. Ch, ch. Bombay, Cape May, Mandalay, Baffin Bay, Baghdad, Leningrad, Ashgabat, Trinidad, LA, Norway, Paraguay, Monterey, Singapore, Ecuador, Bangalore, Baltimore. These are places in the world. Ch, ch. Fiji, Sicily, Nagasaki, Tennessee, Cairo, Quito, Borneo, Idaho, Taiwan, Dijon, Saigon, Tehran, Guatemala, Oklahoma, Argentina, North Dakota. These are places in the world. Some are new and some are old. Some are hot and some are cold. Some are low and some are high. Some are wet and some are dry, because these are places in the world. Glasgow, Oslo, Fresno, Tsingtao, Falkland, Auckland, Yucatan, Disneyland, Libya, Namibia, Romania, Pennsylvania, Bora Bora, Walla Walla, Costa Rica, Bratislava. These are places in the world. Krakow, Changchao, Moscow, Tokelau, Dominique, Pikes Peak, Mozambique, Bitter Creek, Warsaw, Moose Jaw, Saskatoon, Cameroon, Haifa, Mecca, Bethlehem, Jerusalem. These are places in the world. High on a mountain, down on the plain. Deep in the jungle, in the middle of the rain. Children laugh and children play. Everywhere, every day. 'Cause these are places in the world. Yay. Hey, Parisa, I just said Saskatoon, didn't I? Wow. Amazing. Okay, so new bucket list. Every place mentioned in these are places in the world. Yes, I've been to a bunch of them, but probably about maybe a third of them, maximum a third of them. Someday, one time I'll do them and I'll raise the hands of the places I've been to, all right? A bunch of them, amazingly. Thank you for being able to sing all over the world. Very sweet. But I wanted to share one of my favorite places in the world that I've been to. It's really hard to say. Sometimes I get asked, what's your favorite place you've ever been to? And it's really, really, really hard. And usually, I mean, there are some places that are just beautiful, just stunningly beautiful. Like Hawaii is one of my favorite places. It's so beautiful. Or beautiful mountain ranges, like Switzerland, or the Grand Canyon in the U.S., or the forests of Ontario. So many beautiful places. But one of the places I got to go to is the Gambia in Northwest Africa. Good morning, Leslie. And I wanted to share a couple of pictures. Let me see. So, what I love about going places, I get to meet new people and I get to discover new things. So look at this. These are two of my friends from my trip to the Gambia. And what are they holding in their hand? What is that? What is that they're holding in their hands? And I'm actually eating one. What is that? Well, let's take a closer look. Okay, so you could call it a cashew apple, right? And it tastes a little bit like an apple. It's good. I liked it. But what is that on the top? It's the seed of the cashew apple. And what if we look at this? What do you see that's similar about that, that, and that? What's similar about that picture? Right? The seed inside that seed hull, which is kind of grayish black in this picture, and that's the seed which you guys know as a cashew nut, right? Every fruit has one. And look at this picture. There's so many cashew. You know how many cashew apples went with that? I mean, it's astonishing to think about. I remember when I ate it, I said, you mean for every one of these apples, you get one nut? That's incredible. Anyway, that was one of my favorite things to eat when I was there. Well, and the most ripe mango in the world. That was my favorite thing to eat in the Gambia. But let's look and see what really made my trip wonderful. Oops, wait a minute, not yet. I'm going to share that in a minute. This. These were the baby starfish girls that I got to spend 2 weeks with. Look at their faces. Ah, aren't they beautiful? Yeah. Wait a minute. Let me see. Hang on. And there they are again. Ah. Now, this trip was in 2009, so that was 13 years ago. Yeah, 13 years ago. Oh, it's so beautiful. Well, you know what? these girls have grown up. And they're women now. And they've gone to school, because the whole thing about the Starfish program is that it makes sure that they go to school all the way through. Because in the Gambia, as in some places in the world, oftentimes girls are expected to stop going to school at a certain point and just, work in the fields and, not really get their full education. But because of my dear friend and her husband, Yasin, she and her husband started Starfish International. And these are the women, and they go to school and they become doctors and nurses and lawyers and teachers. It's one of the most amazing programs I know. And so look over there on your right. You see where it says October 16th? On October 16th, they're going to have a festival online. And I'll share more about it when we get closer. And you can join the festival, and maybe you can help them. Because what they're doing is they're raising funds for the girls to continue their education after they... they don't really leave the Starfish International, because it's a whole service thing, but it is an education thing too. And at some point, they have to go to university and so forth. Anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you, but that's one of my favorite places in the world, all because of these girls. That's what makes places so great, is the hearts that you meet, right? Yay. Okay. So, let's do a silly song, wonderful song by a great songwriter. His name is Bill Staines. Actually, he passed over recently. So thank you, Bill. This is one of Bill's most famous songs, and it's a gem. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or pause or anything they got. Okay, when I say some just, all God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low, you put your hands down low. Some sing high, you bring them up high. Some sing out loud, you go like this and say the word loud. Loud! So I'll sing, some sing out, and you go, loud! On a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or pause or anything they got. Can we do that? All God's creatures got a place to choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or pause or anything they got. Hey, Jamie, let's do it. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing higher. Some sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or pause or anything they got. Listen to the bass, it's the one on the bottom where the bullfrog croaks and the hippopotamus moans and groans with a big to-do. The old cow just goes meh. God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing high, or some sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got. All of God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing high, or some sing out loud on a telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or paws or anything they got. Thank you, Bill Staines. Whoa, man, what a great song. Okay, let's see. So, maybe it's time to read a poem. I think it's time to read a poem. Let's see. Hang on. Let me see. I was thinking I might do one of Kathy's. Let me see. This one is called Hangin' In. Okay? Kathy wrote these poems in the end of 1989, beginning of 1990. She wrote them about our family. She would sit in the blue chair downstairs, and she would just write these poems. Hanging in. We had driven all day and waited to swim, but it looked like it was over when my brother jumped in. The day before, he had torn a toenail. Now it hurt him to kick, and he started to wail. He sobbed and he groaned. He hung his head. Make him sit on the side, I said. He can play on the steps. He brought some men. It's not like we'll never go swimming again. My dad started in to float him around. This is great, I thought. What a trip out of town. We gave him a bandage, but it slipped away. My brother was ruining everyone's day. Finally, I said, we could at least toss a man. If my brother stayed shallow, he could just stand. But still, I was itching to have some kind of race. We seriously needed to pick up the pace. I didn't know how. I couldn't think of a way. But I knew it would be better if my brother could play. Suddenly, Dad said, let's give him a whack. Let's give this a whack. I bet I could swim with him on my back. All right, I yelled, and away we flew. Lap after lap, it was 1 against 2. Then my brother challenged me to the longest float, and I made up a game called barge and tugboat. We giggled, we coughed, we spit, we drooled. For an hour or more, we caroused in the pool. By the time we got out, we each wore a grin. We had beaten that toe in a 3-way win. Aren't these poems great? Okay. And this one, this is really short. See how short it is? Just a couple of words. We moved from Oakside School in Peekskill, New York, across the river to North Main School in Monroe. Actually, it was a large school district, and we were in Chester, but it was the Monroe-Woodbury School District. And we'd loved living in Peekskill, but it was time for us to buy a house, and the houses in Peekskill were actually really expensive. You know, it was more of a little city, and there was no lot on them, and I wanted a garden and everything. So we moved across the river where there was more space. You know, it was the same price, but you got a lot more. But there was a difference. It was a big difference. The poem is called New School. No black teachers, no black kids. It's not that I think my new friends aren't cool. I just miss the colors of my old school. Special place, Oakside School. Let me show you. Let me show you. That was David's class at Oakside. Love these kids. And that's Andy on the chair. Little guy. That's a better picture. You can see him all a little better. Jamar. don't see Leozi in this picture. We must have been absent that day. Yeah. Yep. Diversity, colors, different ways of speaking, different ways of singing, different ways of expressing ourselves, different ways of holding our hearts. All good, just different. And he missed it. David missed it when we moved. And of course, he made lots of new friends, and it was okay, it was great, but he missed it. Yeah. So, yes, that was a Yamiha. Thank you. That was a cookie temple. For those of you who don't know about the Baha'i calendar, at the end of February every year, we have a time called a Yamiha. And it's 4 or 5 days, depending on whether it's leap year or not, where Baha'is do service projects and hold parties and share gifts. And we make, in our family, our tradition is making one of these cookie temples. You can see. You see the windows there on the sides of the cookie temple? Those are made of lifesavers that you crush up, or Jolly Ranchers work good too. You crush them up and you cook the cookie halfway, and then you've cut out a hole, and then on that cookie sheet you add the lifesavers in the holes that you've cut out, and it makes windows. So man, I got to tell you, wherever it was, whether it was Oakside School with these guys, or whether it was North Main over in the new place, all the kids looked forward to February, end of February, because it was a Yamiha, Baha'i holidays, and we would bring in one of these cookie temples for each classroom. Yeah. Your choir teacher is Baha'i. Yeah, isn't that wonderful? Yeah. So, okay. Let's see, where are we here? Oh, we got time for one more song. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Okay, I'm singing this to my best friend, the planet, to my best friends of all the people on it, to all of you. I think you're wonderful when somebody says that to me. I feel wonderful, as wonderful can be. It makes me want to say same thing somebody knew. And by the way, I've been meaning to say, I think you're wonderful too. If we practice this phrase in the most honest way, and find something special in someone each day, lift up the world one heart at a time. It all starts by saying this one simple line. I think you're wonderful, let's try it. I think you're wonderful. When somebody says that to me, when somebody says that to me, I feel wonderful. I feel wonderful, as wonderful can be, as wonderful can be. It makes me want to say, it makes me want to say, same thing somebody knew, same thing somebody knew. And by the way, I've been meaning to say, and by the way, I've been meaning to say, I think you're wonderful too. And by the way, I've been meaning to say, I think you're wonderful too. Happy Thursday, and happy fall, September. Yeah, have a great week. And look for the best in everybody, right? Yeah. And tell them they're wonderful. Okay? See you next Thursday. Bye-bye.